So we're going to discuss the very interesting comments made by. Um,
B.simone.
yeah, I was trying to think of like a title of. Is she like an Instagram person or
I
like?
actually, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how she's famous, but
Okay, like, and I'm not like a
mm,
social media person, so I'm not trying to play her or dismiss her
yeah,
in that
yeah, yeah.
aspect. I'm just not aware of people that are like from social media. So I'm going to assume that's probably where she came up from.
Mhm.
But recently she was being interviewed by another young lady that was putting a battery in her back, talking about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And she was saying that he is not a good father, he was not a good leader, he's not a good man because he cheated on his wife. Now, I just got to stop at this point. And how do you know he cheated on his wife? His wife said in a book that this man was faithful.
Mhm.
So where are you getting your information stating and proving that this man cheated?
Mhm.
And if he did cheat, number one, I'm going to say that's between his wife and God and no one else. Not that I condone cheating, but those are the people that need to be upset and look at him in a certain light.
Mhm.
But I mean, like I said, the FBI, CIA have been trying to put this man down for, I want to say, what, 40 years? And they couldn't do it. But leave it up to us, leave it up to our black woman,
Mhm.
and she already stirred the pot and started doing this. And the concerning aspect about this is other women were co-signing it. Like that's the scary thing. There's one thing if you say something crazy and people are like, yo, you got to stop.
Mhm.
But that wasn't the case. And even the host was kind of like, oh, he's not great because he did like you're egging her on.
Mhm.
And at the same time, I don't know if you were really doing it because you believed it or you were doing it because you know it would go viral, which is another sad instance
Mhm.
because you might have just got used. But at the same time, you put yourself out there because you just disrespected that man.
Mhm.
I won't let you speak on this one a little bit before I take it a whole different direction.
Yeah, definitely. I think first and foremost, I don't know where she got her information from, right? So, um, if the wife is saying that he never cheated, and just going back into those times where, all right, it's the '60s, right? Of course, we weren't alive then, but just learning history, just in that time era, of course, slavery was done by that time. So this country that wanted him dead, I guess, right? They
Hmm.
couldn't really obviously just kill him,
Not yet.
right? Not yet, right? So what other ways can they get to him? And not only Dr. King, but other decades after that, this is
Hmm.
how they try to destroy the black family, or
Hmm.
the black man, by targeting the black family, I should say.
Hmm.
Right? So you can't really be naive. Speaking on B.simone and other people that think like that, you can't be naive to just believe what you hear without really knowing the facts, because that's really how they try to destroy the black family through the black man.
Hmm.
Right? So
Yep.
how he died is a different story, but it's like stories coming out like that around that time. They trying to just destroy his image and what he stand for, and try to distract us from what he's actually standing for, is
Hmm.
unity and a change in this country. All that other stuff is just, rat poison, I guess, right?
Literally.
Especially if the wife is saying, my husband's been faithful.
Hmm.
I doubt she would. Hopefully she wouldn't lie about a thing like that. But if the wife is saying he's faithful, then we'll take her word for that.
Right.
Because even she was living around that area, that era. She knows what they try to do to the black family around that time.
Very much so.
So yeah, I would definitely take her word over B.Simone, who's probably around in her 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take his wife word over her.
Easily. Like,
Because she was living in it, you know?
Right, yeah. I mean, even that's the wife.
Exactly.
And she didn't say, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it so important to slander this man? You know how disrespectful and ignorant, I don't want to say stupid, it's just ignorant. It's extremely ignorant and shows who you really are. And it shows how many other people think like this too, are just ignorant out there. The fact that you try to slander a man who helped you get to where you are. If not for him, I don't care. There's a lot of conspiracy and theories, and some people don't like whatever. I'm not even going to address any of that. You can't deny that this man died for a cause. This man died to advance all people. And you have the gall to sit there and try to disrespect this man. What did you accomplish? What did you do for your people? Did you die for your people? Because he did. So you can have a career. So you wouldn't be belittled. So you would be respected as a woman. But you have the gall to sit there and try to play him. He's not a good... And you're going to curse. Yo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to hold... Because...
It's ignorance.
It's ignorant in the sense of you're so far removed from all the hard work that generation did. And I think it's lost on the younger generation. I know they're not as ignorant as b.simone and her comment, but I think we take for granted what they went through for us to live the way that we do. Things aren't perfect, but it's better than it was in the 60s. Like, you have so many different means to make a career right now. You're free. Yeah. We're limited by what we can do. If mindset, if you have it, you got will, you got a chance. But back then, there's nobody. We don't have to go to a black only bathroom. There aren't black only restaurants. This man fought for this, and you want to put him down and say his legacy is nothing because of a rumor that he may have cheated. Now, would she have said that about a man of a different race? I don't know. I can't say. Yeah. Maybe she probably would have, because if she's ignorant, right? There's no
right.
But the sad aspect of this, it's a black woman putting down a black man. And a bigger picture I want to paint is Martin Luther King Jr. had no, I want to say flaws, right? Because nobody's perfect. But as a public figure, all he did and all he did for us, he was a great role model and a great figure to look up to, right? If women don't respect him, why would they respect any man? This is a bigger issue in our community. Dr. King's not respected? Are you serious? Basically, if you were in a boat with Jesus and this man got up and started walking on the water, you wouldn't respect him because you would get mad that he got up and left you.
Right.
It's like you're going to find anything to try to... Why? So what chance does a normal man have to be respected by a woman like that? You're never going to get respected by a woman like that. So men need to really open your eyes and listen to women. If anyone agrees with that or comes at somebody like that, you're in a losing situation. And black women are the least protected. I'm not going to debate that. I agree with that. But it's hard to protect where you're not respected. That goes hand in hand. I don't know what came first, but it doesn't matter. if the woman does not respect that man, it's hard for that man to protect that woman. And it's we're all losing in this scenario. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What are you supposed to do as a man if Dr. King is getting crapped on? You don't respect Dr. King. What's a normal dude working a 9 to 5 trying to provide for his family? Mm-hmm. He's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we in a society? And why hasn't she been canceled? Where's the black unity that we've quote unquote we've moved so far ahead that we protect our own?
Mm-hmm.
It's not there. It's talk. It's just lip service. Then, I mean, is it fair? Given certain people's legacy, is it really fair to question them though? Given like if someone did, I think everyone's human, so everybody can be critiqued.
Right.
But what I will say is, if you're not willing to do what he did, I don't want to hear anything from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you are is a spectator sitting in the stand talking crap to the players.
Right.
Can you go on that court and ball? No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Would you lay your life down for your people, for other people? Would you march? Would you fight on behalf of other people? No, you wouldn't. You're going to sit back and you're going to talk crap.
Mm-hmm.
So those people, you can't criticize. I don't want to hear from those people. But I'm just stuck, man. Like, Dr. King, there's no way you can use, there's no, what I get from that is you are just so bitter and hurt. You have so many issues that you didn't work through, that you see men as the enemy. And that's not the case. Maybe you just chose the wrong men.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you got played because of what you present yourself to be.
Mm-hmm. And
you just got what you put out. So now every dude's on the hit list. So is Obama nothing too? I want to say, look, if Dr. King is not to respect it, there's no way you can respect Obama. There's no way. I'm sorry. And if that's the case, then, like I said, where are we at, man?
Right.
What are you supposed to do?
Especially off of just speculations and assumptions. Like,
right.
It's never good. Like, examine the truth first. Like,
bring some facts to the case.
Right. Not anything I can recall, but I don't know. Probably not. But have we even heard of a woman coming forward saying, I had an affair with Dr. King?
No.
Not that I know of.
No.
Because I just found out about this, I guess when b.simone said it, that he cheated. I'm like, I never heard that.
There's a reason why.
So, is it proven that he did those things? Because look who he just tore down. Or tried to tear down.
Yeah.
And if he, like I said, a woman like that is disrespecting the man of that figure who meant so much to our people in the movement of where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
If he can't get no respect, if he's being bashed like that off of speculations,
mm-hmm.
that's just, it goes a lot to, it has a lot to do with that person, that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, maybe she's been hurt before. It's like,
right.
Maybe you just going for the wrong guys. That's it's because we strive to be spiritual men. Like we just come from that background of like we try to do our best to fear God.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not your mindset, or if that's not what you try to be, then what you expect that man that you're looking for to be. If he doesn't align himself or try to live for God, then he's liable to do anything.
Yep.
You're liable to do anything.
Yep.
That respect won't be there for each other because, one, you don't have that respect for God as a lot of celebrities like to claim they do.
Right.
And you don't have that respect for yourself. So once you get those two things together, then you'll find that your choices and men, you'll have a different mindset, and you'll be like, certain men that would normally come into your life, nah, he's not gonna cut it. So first examine yourself first in everything you do.
Seriously. And honestly, sometimes it's better to just like hold your thoughts. Not everything needs to be blurted out there. Funny that just on the thought of speculation, and I'm sitting here thinking about just relationships, and I hear people talk about how many things, how many arguments off of speculation.
Right.
I heard, or somebody told me, but that's not the case. But you heard from somebody. How damaging that's slander, right? People get sued off of stuff like that,
Right.
because you hurt. If you tarnish someone's name, it's hard to come back from that. And it's not so much that it even has to be true. Once you put it out there, it's kind of what people think. Yeah. So that whole, I don't know why we feel it necessary to report something speculation as news. Like, you can't talk about something factually that you don't know.
Right.
You didn't come across these women and interview them, and they gave you these full detailed accounts of something happening. It's just, man, I don't know. It's getting sad to me.
Yeah.
It's getting sad. Like, we don't hold each other up. It's just, I guess, cool to tear each other down. So I guess somebody's going to say something about Harriet Tubman soon. So we're not going to have her as a...
Harriet.
Yeah,
Malcolm X.
Oh, man.
All these.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be speculation on all our heroes, and, no type of hope for anybody or anything. And we go back to hating each other and fighting each other constantly. All right. Good job.
And then that's just going to be a recycling thing.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we're getting close to it now. Like I said, just the respect from women to men is not there, and then the men aren't protecting the women like they should. It's a vicious, cold circle. I don't know where it started, but in that same lane, like, you got to keep in mind history on certain things, even with people. I don't know if all, but most projects. You say in the projects, if you're a woman, you can't have a man stay there. You understand? Like, they keep. Yeah, we'll take care of you. It's like $20 a month. We'll take care of you and your children, but you got to keep that man out of here. But if that man comes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, then we're going to hike your rent up to actual real rent. The stipulations of this is you got to be in there by yourself or with just your kids. You think that doesn't have an effect on that family? And most people are like, well, I can't afford to have you here. And it just becomes harder and harder, and distance. Like, there's so much set against us. We don't need to be doing it ourselves.
Right.
And that comment is definitely doing that. There's nothing productive of that comment. All you want to do is slander, and you think you're being so analytical. You think you're being so smart. It's just, I'm just going to say it's ignorant. You're just coming off ignorant. That's the nicest way I can say it.
Right.
I'm good. I'm good. What did she do again? Say nothing.